Hey Fish Fam, and maybe Fairy Fam, it's Nikachu. I'm here with my brother, and we're going to be playing Mono Blue Midrange in Modern. This deck was created by M. Hayashi, stripping basically all the merfolk to only a Sveloon, Brazen Borrower, Vendilion Click, and Subtlety. It is a mid-range, basically a mid-range control deck utilizing counterspells like Counterspell, Archmage's Charm, Chalice of the Void, and Force of Negation. I'll have a more detailed deck tech hopefully by the end of the video. Let's get into the action. We lost the die roll. I have no opinion about this hand on the player draw. It's a bit clunky on the draw, but I guess we're going to keep it and just hope that we draw into good stuff. Like, we're pretty vulnerable in the early turns of the game if our opponent is playing a mana-efficient deck. And look at that, a mana-efficient deck. So Counterspell is going to be really bad here. Subtlety is also going to be really bad. Everything's going to be really bad. I want to keep the Brazen Borrower because it can, in theory, interact with the Glistener Elf. We should be somewhat favored because we are playing with Chalice, although that may not matter post-board. Choose your fate.
Vegasot says it's going on top.
But I absolutely cannot let this... I have no defense on turn 2 if they even go for it. Tommyson says, cards I want in an unset to confuse with homonyms, Temporal Fissure, Stony Silence, Thoughtseize, Logic Knot, Mana Leak, Counterspell? What?
That was a lot of words.
Okay, Fairy Conclave. Pass. Hopefully they're stuck on one land and we just bounce the damn thing.
Fairy Conclave needs to do art.
No, I like this art. This is a better art in my opinion.
So boring.
Okay, we have now two problems. Inkmoth Nexus and other things. Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah. After he's gotten it all juiced from the roids, you can swipe it.
Of course, they can still win with Inkmoth Nexus if they wanted to. We do have an Ottawara, so that hopefully matters.
Ottawa.
Ottawa!
He's mad because
Capital of Parliament.
he just can't get this thing to stay on the board.
Yeah. Well, it was never on the board in the first place. Turn 1.
The Borgo will assimilate you.
If you find there's a lot of trouble with Urza matchups, I'd say try the blue list. He main deck like 16 anti-Urza cards. You know, honestly, you can't beat everything. So it really doesn't matter. You have to I don't even know if this list is even that great. This is, by the way, this list is Zeagle's list. This is the list I'm running. The perfect, I mean, his exact 75, he's been killing it lately with a lot of 4-1s and 5-0s. I'll have a link to his deck list, and also he has a sideboard guide that he posted on Twitter in the description below. So go check it out if you want to learn how to play this list. Well, now this... Okay, so this is awkward. So can I take lands? No, I cannot. So we might as well swipe this. This is actually working out pretty well. Gain control. Yeah, I gotta do this now, even though that Force Negation is on the table. Force Negation is a possibility, but... I don't want to pass the turn, and then they'll definitely give it protection from blue or something. Is Urza Saga getting banned? I'm thinking of getting a set. If you want my opinion, Urza Saga will get banned eventually. It's not in ban territory yet, but because it's a tutor for 1-drops and 0-drops, and would, in theory, become a restriction on design space, it will get banned. I can't tell you when, so when you buy it, you're buying it because you want to have that power right now, and you're doing it with the expectation that the card will get banned. And I don't even think it's that big of a risk, because yeah, it will go down in value, but it's still played in other formats like Commander. Like, it's like almost like a mandatory card to own in Commander, because it can go get Soul Ring. And here comes the Inkmoth Nexus. I hope this member's gonna do something. Isn't Saga balanced out by Evoke Elementals? No! What? How is that even remotely the same thing? Absolutely not. It's not balanced out. So who's going to infect out who first? You know, it's an interesting thing. We can block with the Brazen Bar or the, so it will absorb at least one infect. It will absorb at least one infector. Oh god, do you have a second one? Then we dead. Whew. Sweating bullets.
I was sweating bullets.
We do have the Ottawara, which can bounce creatures, including this one. So we are actually in pretty good shape. All right, who's gonna infect out who first? Saga's fine, leave by affinity decks alone. Well, that's the thing. The people playing Saga the worst are not the affinity decks. It's like the amulet decks, it's the hammer time decks. Affinity is really low on the bar of what's breaking this card. You know, when they designed Saga, they didn't think that Amulet was going to play it to make their Amulet that much more consistent. Like, Amulet of Vigor might as well be Soul Ring in that deck. Come at me, bro. Actually, this blocks too. I don't even have to do anything. You want to do something? Oh yeah, you can pump it up, can't you? So that actually makes blocking with Fairy Conclave not a line at the moment. I mean, it is actually. I could block with Fairy Conclave, they pump it up, and then I dismember it. If a card is so strong that decks have to change their own game plan in order to fight it, then its chance of getting banned is heavily increased. And not to mention that Urza Saga is not like a narrow card like Eldrazi Temple, like it's played by a lot of different cards. Okay, I will just get the Brazen Bar because it puts it, at least in theory, a threat on the battlefield, and then if they pump it up with Petal Haven, which I don't even think is going to be a line, they're going to just use a pump spell. We dismember it in response.
You have plenty of life points to work with.
Oh, yes. A lot of life points. Life points don't matter nearly as much in this matchup. You know, this deck is awesome versus Infect. It's just awesome. We've got the main deck Dismembers, we got the main deck Chalice of the Voids, we have a lot of bounce. What's not to like? What's not to love? Oh, just a trade. Trade Rooney. Okay. Another Glistener Elf. Okay. So what's great about this is that I can just block with my Glistener Elf. I think we'll just play this land and pass. Actually, I don't need to play this land and pass. I mean, I can just...
You have a flyer.
We can dismember this.
That's why it's called control.
We're not really a control deck. We're tech. I think, at least in my opinion, we're a mid-range deck. Soon enough, we'll get this Hall of the Storm Giants online. All right. We got the clock. Here comes the clock.
On both fronts.
I hope that wasn't greedy dismembering, because I could have just left this behind. Because if they played like Inkmoth Nexus or Blighted Agent, that would be brutal. Well, Inkmoth is still actually held by... No, it's not, because they have the Pendle Haven.
Pass the turn. Just pass the turn.
I want to keep doing something. This is Golgari, in fact, now that I pay really close attention to this. So they got the Plague Stinger. I am playing the M. Hayashi list. Phyrexian Crusader. First strike protection from red and white.
But not blue.
Not blue,
That was
but...
your first mistake.
Okay, how close are we to getting this Hall of Storm Giants online? Damn, they've got a lot of infectors. So they're going to infect, hit this, but I could block. I really want to do something like Ottawara, this stupid thing, but...
Stoked to make a stream. Morning one's too early for me.
How big does this thing need to get?
Oh,
we need, it's 6 mana, so we're 1 off. Okay, I'll play the Ottawara just as a land. I really wanted to save this, but we're doing what we got to do around here. And then I guess we pass and hope that there are not 2 pump spells. Because Phyrexian Crusader can be a problem. Although I can chump block for a little while with Fairy Conclave. Well, that's not ideal. Or maybe I'll chump block with Glistener Elf first. Maybe I'll just chump block with Glistener Elf, then it'll get smaller. No, they won't, because the first strike will eat up my Glistener Elf first. Unfortunately, Pro Red and Pro White are useless here. Racemic!
Tap out for a pump spell. Just tap out big.
AG says, what do you think if Evoke Elementals had the Modern Horizons 1 Force clause of only being free on opponents' turns? I think that's what make Force Negation an amazingly balanced card. Yes, that would have been... well, in some cases, that'd be worse. Like, I think Fury is more dangerous on the opponent's turn. I think.
I'm going to Vegas if he's going to Vegas.
Yeah, I've already booked everything.
Okay.
I haven't booked the flight yet, actually, but I've paid for the tickets. You have a ticket.
All right.
3 cards in hand? All right. Or do we double block? The problem is if I double block and this fails miserably... I think I'm just going to be in chump blocking mode. But I don't care, because I'm not expecting another creature out. And I'll just attack with Svelun. We'll hopefully draw 2 cards while they're just eating up 1 card a turn. Oh, don't play another creature. This is stupid. How many creatures I deal with? 1, 2... Oh, no. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. And they just keep coming.
And they don't stop coming. And they don't stop coming. Big! You got life to work with. You have all the life in the world.
I can technically let this through. Or actually, I don't even need to let it through. I can try to block it with Fairy Conclave. Or I can try to block this with Fairy Conclave. Okay, I'm going to draw a card. I want more cards. Or at least want to have access to all the Storm Giants.
Big! Huge! Not Svelun.
Fortunately, Svelun only needs to attack. Okay, let's see how this works out. Maybe if they block and try to pump with the Pendelhaven, that's when I dismember and try to protect with Force Negation. And then I can still chump block this with a Fairy Conclave every turn. Like, after you kill, like, okay, if you kill 1 infect creature, expect a second one. After the second one, maybe they have a third one. But after the third one, there's usually this point in infect where they just don't have anything else to do. Okay, we'll pass priority. Because I'm fine with this trade. Because we're not trading at all. Actually, even if they pump it up with Pendelhaven, maybe I just don't do anything. Because then I could actually try to kill this. Because we still dies, right? Okay, so pass again. Pass priority again. That's where we draw the line now. That's where we draw... Actually, hold on. I could actually counter this. Dismember this. Oh, that would be much better line. So let's counter this. See what happens. I'll have a... I'll still have a 1-2 Svelun. Because of the infect counters. Oh, this is a much better outcome. Oh, this is great. You don't have protection from black, right? Yeah, you have protection from everything except for what's in my deck. Which is very, very convenient.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye! Don't let the door hit your butt on the way out. Nikachu, seeing all your big view videos, but no silver play button. That's gonna come, it's inevitable. But I will have, when we get to 95,000 subs, we're gonna have we're gonna have like 24-hour like stream. We'll have streams where like I'm not ending the stream till I have 100K. Do you know what's disgusting? Only like 10% of my viewers, less than 10% actually watch the stream, like subscribe to that main channel. Only less than 10%. Okay, I think it's time we get in here with our haul. This is just a lot of damage, right? And this is 6. I never thought I'd actually be attacking with this creature. This is crazy. Okay, finally, they stopped playing infect creatures, finally.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, they've conceded. I don't think I need to sideboard very much. Okay, looking at the sideboard, I brought in the Spreading Seas over Counterspell because on the draw, this card is going to be very, very clunky. I took out Ancestral Vision and brought in Ratchet Bomb and Dress Down because Dress Down could make, as you see right there, it can make them lose Infect until end of turn. This is a super risky keep if I'm going to keep it because it has everything that I need. I just need a land. I need an untapped land, and I have 2 draws for it. But outside of that, this hand has everything. But I can't really beat that very well. But we got our untapped land. That actually cannot deal with anything.
Well, you put it on 1, it's done.
Oh, do you know what? I could dress down the Ink Moth while it's attacking and then chump block it or something. Pimsaw says, reminds me of the Pitch Blue days, which didn't really exist and haven't really been tested with the advent of Force Negation and Subtlety. Yep. Okay, they activate Ink Moth. It's all good. Yeah, unfortunately we cannot bounce this. Interaction is quite poor, but at least Chalice on 1 is going to have a very large influence. Should have a large influence. We do need a blue source, but we don't need it immediately. I don't have anything that costs 1 blue, so not... I think I'm willing to save this in my hand for now.
Why don't you put the Void on?
I am putting the Void on. I'm trying to figure out what land I want to put in play first.
See,
So hopefully they don't have Force of Vigor or something, because that's definitely within the their ballpark.
Game over. User wins.
Because you have to sometimes think, well, I'm going to play a lot of blue stuff as the game plays out, because if I keep top decking blue spells, maybe playing Ottawire here was important, but I do want to keep this for at least bouncing like Ink Moth somewhere later. They do have blue! So they do have the Blighted Agent.
That Blighted Agent.
Blighted Agent! And there it is. We can bounce it. And I think we can quite freely bounce this creature too. I think we'll just let it attack, we'll bounce it end of turn, and then we'll have the opportunity to play, Actually, maybe it was a good time to play Sveilun there. I didn't think about that turn long enough. Because what are the odds I die here? Very low. I mean, I think it's pretty low overall. Why Ancestral Recalls? It's easy to pitch to Subtlety and Force Negation, but also... Oh, there was a flicker.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, that's not good. I hope it's still like one long stream on YouTube. Okay, but to answer why Ancestral Recall, it gives us good card advantage, and worst case scenario, it can be pitched to Subtlety and Force Negation. Phyrexian Crusader, this is becoming annoying. Okay, we'll counter you. We might see a Mystical Dispute here. Nope, that's good. And worst case scenario, we can actually deal with this with the Blast Zone. It's not that big of a deal.
Oof.
Okay, so like, I'm going to fix my mistake. I think I should have played Sveilun last turn. I don't think I'm at big risk of getting annihilated.
Probably holding a lot of cards in his hand with that Jowie.
And like, I have nothing else to do, really. I mean, my plan was to bounce the Blighted Agent at end of turn, but I think I can just play this Sveilun and get on with my own game plan. Vines of Vastwood, they're learning the hard way. Now will we say the scoop of shame? Scoop of shame? No. They play on. They're not done yet. Just be told they still have a chance.
I don't think so.
Okay, Dismember's nice. I'm just gonna... They're actually at 11. I might be racing them. Funny enough. All the Storm Giants, which will come into play tapped, I think.
You got the dress down, you got the subtlety.
Yeah, I'm just... I mean, I could kill something, but I don't even think it's necessary.
You have it all. You have it all.
Okay, pass. Yeah, it's a lot of interaction. This deck looks like a really good matchup for against infect. Looks insane. They fetched for a basic forest, thinning of the deck. Yeah, dress down is definitely strong. I'm surprised there's only one in this list. But maybe the deck just has too much interaction. Hell, there's gonna be situations where I dress down and I could flash in a subtlety to block this Inkmoth Nexus. Should we play that fancy, chat? Or I could block the Blighted Agent. Okay, let's play a super ultra fancy line. Like, doesn't get more fancy than this. This is disgustingly fancy. Another Chalice of the Void. Now let's cast using Evoke. Now let's block a Blighted Agent. They didn't see that coming. That was not on their bingo card. Alright, we win the first match. Let's get into the next one. We lost the die roll. But I think I can keep this hand. There's actually a good chance I will just stall the oh god. Affinity? It'll be really bad if this is Affinity. Because the Brazen Bar is pretty poor versus Affinity overall. Turn target creature to its owner's hand. Okay. Okay, so there's some good news. We have a lot of blast zones, so that might hit some... Actually, it's not going to hit anything. It's not going to hit anything important. So my intention is to subtlety away counterspell on, like, I don't know, Urza when it hits. This is a bad matchup for sure. It's close to a bye for them. I don't think so. I think I think with the proper sideboarding it's fine. So all I have to do is hit... I mean... The problem is I want to use counterspell on this. So we'll evoke, get rid of Brazen Barber. Here's the thing with Affinity, it's got like only a few payoff cards and the rest of it is garbage. So if you just counter like their Urza or Thought Monitor, you should be okay. So if I can hit a blue source to at least snap off the Thought Monitor with counterspell, then I think we're fine. If I don't, we're screwed. Alright, we got the blue source. We're online!
Affinity in shambles right now.
I mean, until they find like Urza or something, some other payoff. Because all this game is going to come down to is these payoff cards, and the rest is just a bunch of rubbish. See, look what they're doing now. F all.
Go Mem Knight.
It depends if they play Urza though. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's going to come down to a payoff card, right? That's all that it's going to come down to. Like all this stuff is just to enable things like Thought Monitor, Urza. And so if we deal with the one payoff card, well, that's it. Although we do need to, you know, get our game going. We're playing Modern. Does it look like Legacy? I guess it could look like Pioneer. Not to mention Urza Saga, that is just a land drop that wins the game.
Too many formats.
Well, if we can't beat Urza Saga, like, why are we even playing this deck in the first place? I think we have sufficient interaction versus Urza Saga. What's the Ratchet Bomb? So the, what do we got? Ratchet Bomb. Ooh, we're gonna hit a few things with our Blast Zone when it comes down to it.
Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, stop doing things. Stop in the name of the law. Actually, man, now we want to Blast Zone this thing away. The Salamander.
Sojourner.
Yeah, the Sojourner. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is a Sojourner. Sojourner.
It looks like Joe Meeple.
A little fat. Okay, what to do here? Actually, okay, so you have affinity for artifacts, but I'm gonna pop 2 of them with the Blast Zone. So if I pop 2, 1, 2, how much mana do you have? It would cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cheaper. Pay 1. So actually you can't recast this card. Or not easily.
Sprungsies.
It's not in the main deck.
Okay.
I guess I'll play this. Okay, we sack 1. Ah, damn it. So now they can play the Sojourner. Can they equip this? Yeah, it equips for 1. Damn it, you drew an artifact. That's unfair. Okay, give me some cards off my Ancestral Vision. It's time. This is the first time I get to resolve this card. Give me cards.
Make
Target
them bombs.
me. Aha! Ha ha ha! What do I do here? I could bounce Cranial Plating. I mean, I have answers to everything here. Dismember this stupid thing. I guess like, oh no, they can regenerate. Well, they can regenerate 1 creature that they try to block with. Chalice is awkward because I'd like to play this on maybe 2. Or is 1 even like a thought? Is this big blue? This is a blue. I could even dismember. Maybe I dismember this, bounce this. Put it in that stupid same predicament all over again. Okay, I'm just gonna pass and figure it out from here. We'll just grind them out a little bit, and then when the time is right, I'll play Chalice on... Or maybe actually I should play Chalice on 0. It's like very little risk. There are a lot of 0 drops in this deck. I just have a fantasy of bouncing this and playing Chalice on 2, but maybe that's just too much of a fantasy. I can just blow this up with Blast Zone.
That's Magical Christmas World.
Magical Christmas Land. Yeah, they can't just... Yeah, I will dismember the Sojourner. Where's it going? Oh, it's going to go there, huh? Okay, so we can block this a few times. So long, the salamander. Oh, they just let it trade. Interesting play. See, now... Oh, I could even bounce this stupid thing. Well, I gotta be careful. Well, I mean, they still got like 5 power worth of creatures in play, so, I mean, I gotta respect. Gotta give respect. Okay, this stupid thing still on the battlefield. Or I bounce Memnite. I mean, I could bounce some things. Bounce Memnite, replay Brazen Borrower, or bounce Frogmite. Well, okay, maybe I just wait to see what they do. I should actually bounce a Frogmite and counter it on the way back down. So they'll probably they might Cranial Plating one of those. I mean, I'm playing completely at instant speed, so I can just pass and figure out what I want to do later. Yes, that is a legal play. Interestingly, I could actually bounce the Cranial Plating, and that basically does away with it. Because well, no, they can recast it next turn. Okay, what does it cost to add? It's just 3 mana, so I can Petty Theft Memnite, take 4, pump up the blast zone to 2 to blow it up next turn. I take 4, I go to 7. That's a 2-turn clock, and then I can still play Brazen Borrower later. And I can also blow up Blast Zone and hold up Counterspell for the next turn. So that does not seem like a bad plan. Take 4. Walking on eggshells, walking on eggshells. But that's what you got. Whoops. No, cancel. Ooh, don't do that.
Where's your extra mana coming from?
What extra mana? What are you talking about? That is very, very interesting. So maybe I don't even pop the Blast Zone this turn. I also have the option, I could try to jack up this Blast Zone up to 4.
No, just pop it.
Okay, again, I have nothing to do right now, so let's just wait. Because I do have the mana that I could buff it up to 4, and then just wipe out 2 Frogmites. Then they Welding Jar one of them, but then the this thing will deal with the other one. Okay, yes. Or I guess that doesn't make any sense.
Can only block flyers anyway.
Oh yeah, this thing can only block flyers. Good point. Forgetting that again. It's been a while since I've been playing Brazen Borrower. Okay, so this is never a blocker. When did I play this? Was that a foolish errand? So I need to... So if I pop this, dismember, take 2, I go to 1. You know, 1's not 0, but 1 is also not lovely. And then I have to chump block this thing twice, which is impossible. Or I try to... Or I dismember the first Frogmite. It's interesting that this Welding Jar is actually so important. Blast Zone buys you another turn with regeneration. I guess that's true. But this cranial plating is like an infinite problem. Alright, Operation Kill Frogmites. Aha! Urza Saga. Well, that'll do us in. That'll do it! Sure. Wow, they just keep giving us really good cards, don't they? Okay, so we have a Sphaloon. That is a huge game changer. But I actually can't play it. Not yet. Because I need 3 extra mana. Damn. Damn, the one thing I can't counter. Urza Saga. Or I play Sphaloon, let them attack, I block, and then we deal with it for forever. But then they can suicide with it anyway. I change it. Oh, but if I play Sfeilun this turn, I force them to attack, and I can counterspell something that they play this turn if they opt to do that. But, or do I? The stupid token generator is going to be really annoying. I think this requires more mana. Maybe I should just leave this thing up. And because if I draw another creature, I could block Frogmite with it and keep Sfeilun instead. Maybe. Because I think I can block 1, 2, 3, 4. Or maybe Sfeilun can't block any constructs. It's really tight. So we will... pass? Maybe? One regeneration shield. Regeneration shield gone. Treasure vault. That's not making things easier. Oh, force negation. How lovely. Is this the list on Discord? I don't know. Okay, now we're gonna die to this damn stupid 6/6 Urza Saga construct token. We be dead. Why are they doing... Oh yeah, they're doing that before it sacks itself.
There's no other merfolk in this deck. Sfeilun can never be indestructible.
Yeah, this is true. You won the dialogue. We'd like to play first. Absolutely. Oops. Alright. Keep this. Hopefully Chalice is everything that we hoped it to be. Who else thinks Gingerbrute should have a red mullet? Ha 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 ha. Okay, very conclave. Hopefully they are screwed over. Hopefully they can just scoop right here. Aha! Victory is ours. Pass. Wow, do I not? Whoops! I forgot to play the Ratchet Bomb. I was so confident. I didn't even play our Ratchet Bomb. We're gonna just keep... It's gonna be a surprise then. Okay. See what they do. Not that we even... Oops. Forgot. This is a draw stat move. Oop. These stupid stops. Okay, I actually have a second chance. Stupid trigger on the stack. Thank God. Urza Saga actually saved me here. They didn't even want to show us how embarrassing their hand is. Well, it's not really a shame scoop. I mean, we just ate them up. I mean, there's also some chance they're going to shave on 0 drops at this point.
Hey, Mulligan. Hey, Mulligan.
This hand's sort of bad. I'll keep it, but, like, it's not a really good hand on the draw.
They went to 5.
If they have, like, a really good draw. Okay, if they go to 5, this hand might turn really good now. By the way we sideboarded... we brought in Chalice on the play, but then we took it out on the draw, and I brought in Force and Negation. I brought in all the Artifact Hate, Hurkyl's Recall, dressed down for the, like, Urza Saga. Like, that's gonna be great. Whatever they put in play will, Hurkyl's Recall everything. Sure. Also, by turn 2, we might nail this thing. Oh, you're so brave. You're so brave. Kept those 0 drops in.
Love them, M9.
For me to poop on. I guess they get 1 construct. Good for them.
Jay Leno actually had his chin surgically reduced. So big.
Did he?
No.
Who knows? You never know what happens. So what ends up happening? They're gonna get a 1-drop or a 0-drop that they can easily just replay off of their Urza Saga. So probably we should spreading seize this thing. So we'll get beaten by one turn for a good chunk of damage. Oh, that's interesting too. Uh-oh. Plating? We get Walt for a good chunk of damage this one turn. In my opinion, Hurkyl's Recall is best when played really late. Well, I don't disagree. We are such a control deck here. Okay, so I think we're just gonna pass and then Hurkyl's Recall their whole board. Maybe even... Or maybe do I get hit once?
No.
Because I could get hit once. Because they'll replay quite a bit on this turn. What can they replay? So they can play Land, Springleaf Drum, Memnite. Maybe that's it. Okay. We have a lot. Well, we have a lot of cards. Okay. We'll let them do all their stuff. Man, it's been like 5 years since I've cast this card.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh no, they're not gonna resign. Not from here. Here's a good question. Do I dismember the Memnite? Man, unfortunately we don't know what they have in their hand. I totally forgot. Okay, so they have a Frogmite that I could, like, I can start counterspelling some stuff afterwards, but if I dismember this thing, then it's so hard for them to cast anything else. Like, it slows them down so much. But on the other hand, this is like a really good play versus their, well, Etch Champion I can deal with a counterspell. The Eagle likes dress down into counterspell more here. Well, they still don't have any creature. How much does Frogmite cost to cast?
2.
They have Frogmite, Etch Champion.
You can just counterspell that.
Yeah, I can. What's Frogmite cost? I don't remember.
About a penny.
4, so it's free. I think it's, oh no, yeah, it's free at this point. But I can block it with Fairy Conclave. Okay, so we let it resolve. Good chat. Good chat talk. Good talk, chat. Good talk, chat. The Fairy Conclaves are all answers. Sure.
Hurkyl's Recall.
Okay, good Hurkyl's Recall again. Okay, so I'll have Fairy Conclave available. I need like a win condition here. Everything's fine until I have no win condition. Countering Cranial was also a time walk? Not really. So one less mana source, because they can't ramp. Sure. It does nothing. Just like Null Rod. Well, hello, beautiful. Yeah, we'll play that. Make sure that we have mana for Counterspell. And pass. There we go. I think that's about it. That'll do it for this game. And then we're gonna have to fight through the last game. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. I guess this is just where we're gonna Hercules Recall at end of turn. Like, they can't do anything. They'll probably tap. Get Etch Champion in play. Mirror Enforcer. Sure, enforce all you want. We'll just bounce at end of turn. Boing! And then we'll start drawing 2 cards a turn.
Dress down also draws you a card.
Huh?
Dress down also draws you a card.
Yeah, but I want to save it for, like, construct tokens. Yeah, they had to feel like something was up here. Oh, hold on. This is game 3. Yeah, if we win this, we win it all.
Good games, he says.
You're at 20 life. Okay, well, they saw enough, though. That's it. All you need is a Svelune. Wow, Hercules Recall did a lot of work. Draw a card. We won the die roll, so we're going to keep it. This hand looks super gas. Ooh, this hand looks amazing. Against no matter what we're up against. I love it. Absolutely not. And you're going to feel the wrath of Chalice of the Void. Chalice of the Void game 1 versus Death Shadow is delicious. It's so and they have to deal with Blast Zone. They might just concede at the side of this. Ha 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 ha. Like... Reformed one trick. Hey, Nikachu, how are you guys? Took a break from Magic because no one in-person events. How is Merfolk in 2022? Well, I don't know about Merfolk, but Mono Blue Midrange is doing okay. Alright, here comes Expressive Iteration. Oh, the Ledger Shredder. Damn it. Well, that's okay. We have Blast.
Oh, is that an owl?
It's the closest you're gonna get to an owl.
Is he holding a golden gun? Oh.
You could look at it like that if you want to. Wow, this is the worst card. Where were you a few seconds ago? Can we tick this thing up? We can. We can tick it up to 2 and then pray for a land in the next few turns. The Legal Eagle. Bird Advisor.
Remember that scene where Scaramanga turned the golden gun into Salute?
No, that didn't happen. Let's prepare for the 4th land. Just blow up that Ledger Shredder. They better not have a counterspell for my vision. I'll be angry. They didn't do anything. Their hand must be full of 1-drops. They did absolutely nothing. Svelune. I'm stuck on lands. Pass. You win this round, Ledger Shredder. Oh, yes, you can still cast that. Haha. Judge is familiar. Yeah, that's your owl. Judge is familiar. Wow, they were really screwed. That Chalice just ruined them. Just got wrecked. Rickety wrecked. Okay, give me land so I can blow up this Shredder. Puts trigger. What am I supposed to do? Is it being cast yet? Okay. Choosing target player to be me. You have a counterspell?
Stifle.
Is it charm? Please be as oh, it's that stupid drown card. Counter target spell with mana value less than or equal to number of cards in its controller's graveyard. This has nothing. Sad panda sounds. We got another blast zone. This is a lot of blast zones. I wonder how our opponent feels their chances are about this game. Did this list originally run Charm? I think no. I don't know what they removed, but there's just one Charm in the deck. It's not a lot of Charms. Yeah, we got all the brown mana. I'm not sweating it, though. I'm not sweating at all. I'm not going to do anything because I don't want to tap out. I'll take the 1 damage. It's not that big of a deal. And we'll pop this thing at end of turn. Damn, they might hit us with a lot of Drown in the Locks. That could be a thing. Well, if they have Drown in the Locks galore, I will try to Subtlety at end of turn first. The 4 Blast Zone are the only colorless land, though. Yeah, it's totally fine. Archmage's Charm helped us in the Infect matchup, so I'm not unhappy about it. So what are we fearing? I guess Kolaghan's Command? They could have Kolaghan's Command in their hand. And they're just waiting for that 3rd land. Uh-oh. Speaking of 3rd land. Pass? Running into Drown would suck there? No, I don't think so. What, playing Subtlety into Drown and then playing Sveilun? I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, this is great. Put that back on top of your library. Get it out of here. Get.
Sucks.
And they put it on top. All right.
Island, please.
He'll be back. Brazen Borrower. Fortunately, we can easily deal with a Croxa. It won't even be a question. Okay, attack with Subtlety, and then play... Hard casting Subtlety feels like cheating. Yes, it does. Okay, now I'll play Sveilun. Then we can even bounce something with Brazen Borrower later.
He's got a full hand. He's gotta have something in there.
Maybe Diamond Lion. Oh man, this Chalice is doing so much work. The work it's doing. So much work. Son of a bitch. You killed my Sveilun. Okay, we finally have a 3rd land to play Archmage's Charm to defend
Your honor.
Yeah, the honor of Magic the Gathering. I am honestly just probably going to just draw 2 cards.
And then he's going to play a bomb. And you're going to regret it.
Please draw a click just to see how good Chalice was. It's probably not that good. Their hand is probably clunky. And I think they still have the Crocs in hand. I think they put it on top of their library. They have a million cards in hand. Who cares? Could Bluetron play Subtlety? Probably not. I mean, maybe, but it's like, why are you playing Bluetron for? What are you playing Bluetron for? Ooh, I'm a little sus by this. Not playing your Crocs, or maybe they put it on the bottom. Play Subtlety.
Doesn't say.
No, put it on top. Put it on top. So they've got, they have Drown in the Lock. Is what they're telling me here. So let's play Brazen Borrower.
Just to flush the BS out.
Sure. So, like, if they drown this, then I at least have this. And then we'll just protect the Brazen Bar as much as we can. Oh, they're shocking themselves. How shocking. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, the click! Don't you like it when it just clicks?
Daybreak Games, that could be your new slogan.
Okay, I'll just pass. I don't have to do anything.
3, 2, 1.
This does nothing, technically.
Do your accounting and taxes.
This is a bit awkward because, like, if I play Vendilion Click, they could kill one, block the other, or I just don't do anything and I tick up a Blast Zone.
Pick up a Blast Zone.
Or I could look at their hand first. No, I can't look at the hand first. Click now? It doesn't change anything. We're 2 lands away from Hall of the Storm Giant attacking. So basically the decision is I'm going to tick up the Blast Zone to 2 or am I going to play a Click? Either way, removal still interacts with us. But a counterspell... Do they have counterspell? I don't know, they might have counterspell. But it's better to use our cards, if we can. You know what, this gives us information too, so this might win, but also might give us information about their hand. They can't have much removal left? Come on, they can have 4 Drown and Locks in their deck. They have a lot of cards that cost 2 mana. Terminate, Drown in the Lock, they have Expressive Iteration. Like, Death Shadow decks are not stone cold to Chalice of the Void on 1 like they used to. Okay, they decide to scoop. I just came from a Commander Bandless video, and all I gotta say is Deadeye Navigator. Well, that's a very bizarre card to get banned. We got Chalice on 1 and Blast Zone Bomb on 2.
Do you think Ornithopter will ever be banned?
Probably not. Probably not. I don't want to guarantee anything, but probably not.
Get your Ornithopters.
Get your Ornithopters.
Card stores will probably just give it to you for free.
That's a great hand, but discard takes Ancestral Vision. Well, I mean, if they got it, they got it. Seems Merfolk deck published for 5-0. Oh, nice. Like, they might actually decrease their Thoughtseizes because of the threat of Chalice of the Void. Like, I have played against so many Death Shadow decks. There's a point where, like, if they see the Chalice, they will play around it post-board. And by the way, ooh. Nasty! You nasty little monkey. Stinky little monkey. So the way we sideboarded is I ended up taking out the Chalices on the draw and counterspells because they're the most clunky, and also they'll be the most prepared for Chalice of the Void as well. And I kept the Force Negation because we're on the draw, and I brought in the Mystical Disputes because it's a cheaper counterspell. And also, what else did I bring in? All the Graveyard Hate for Croxa. Stinky little monkey. Why do I have an island in exile? Oh, because that's the Ragavan one. So we'll play this, I guess. Pass. And Subtlety is really good versus Croxa too. Ledger Shredder. Monkey! Well, it looks like we're gonna lose 8 life. And here's a Croxa.
Brutal.
It's not pleasant. That's nice to have, so I can like click my opponent. I will click them at their draw step, and then we'll figure it out from there. And I can also pitch Force Negation to Croxa. Croxa's not there yet though. Or actually, I could wait. Because if they play like Expressive Iteration, I'll probably want to force negate that. Can we steal a shadow? Okay, so now is a good time that they can play Shadow, but also now is a good time that they can play Croxa. Or can they? Hold on, they need 5. Escape 4. Exile 5 other cards. But I can't Subtlety anyway, so I guess we do play Click here. Play Click here or not? No, I don't care about Death Shadow if they play Death Shadow. Okay, whatever, I'm gonna play Click. So indecisive. Who's the Death Shadow deck? Yeah, I have less life than they do. That ended up being good because that ended up being really good. Okay, we're gonna say no because they can't defend their Croxa from Subtlety now. Although we're gonna be pretty empty-handed, but we can still take up Blast Zone to 2 and deal with a Croxa. Or we're not gonna be so empty-handed soon. They blew the Mystical Dispute. Why is the treasure in the graveyard? That doesn't seem right. That's cheating! Croxa just cast for 2 would actually be a huge pain.
Oh, the bot is back.
The bot is back. We're getting a lot of bots. We're big time. They're really coming out. I probably have to start using, I don't know, the word adult or something like that. I have to start banning words. We're at that point. Okay, so we're gonna upkeep. No, sorry, not upkeep. Draw step. Deal with something. What did they do with the Crocs? Did they keep it? Yeah, they put it on top. The hottest Magic singles. What do you got going on over there? I'll probably let Croxa resolve. Yeah, here at Mana Traders. Oh my god, I forgot about the... mention the sponsors. Okay, terminate, resolves.
Still get to see what you have.
Yeah. You have Spell Pierce, that's pretty useless. Yeah, maybe I will take the Croxa. They can play a Death Shadow and it'll just die to my Blast Zone.
Croxa is far more dangerous.
Yeah, Croxa seems to be a reputed pain in the ass.
Hopefully it just gave him junk.
Hopefully. Okay, so here's where Spell Pierce is. So they're gonna use up their Spell Pierce here.
If he's smart. Oh no! What do I do?
I guess we'll keep up 2 blue.
Big!
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I could even bounce the Death Shadow to save us some life this turn, and then I don't really care what they do after that. Or maybe I do. Maybe I want to hold up Force Negation.
Tap out big.
Tap out big. Oh, they didn't tap out big. What's wrong with you? I guess we're gonna get hit by a Death Shadow for a few turns. Thoughtseize. That's pretty rude. I actually don't want to lose anything. I also don't want them to lose life. So that makes the Death Shadow bigger. So let's counter this.
Empty-handed.
Yeah, we have 2 cards in hand. And we have a Blast Zone to deal with one of these fools. So So we can pop one. Well, we're probably gonna pop the Death Shadow.
Yeah.
Cost me 3. Sure. Pass. Ugh, you had something to play. Oh, the Gigantha. Oh, damn it. That was pretty perfect. Oh, we have Svelun. That's not bad. What would I like to do? I guess play Svelun and have Brazen Borrower up. And hope they don't do anything. I'll have Petty Theft up for this Ledger Shredder at end of turn. It's interesting, they don't have Delirium. Borrower can block Shredder. In theory, yes.
Getting hungry, Slow?
Ah, Salute is always hungry. I will take 2 damage. Another Shredder. Well, that sucks. The second Shredder. Okay, yeah, you can have it. Okay, I do have perfect information though, so we will Petty Theft this Shredder. I guess it's a bigger Shredder. Oh, we get another Petty Theft. Not bad. Okay, attack. And I gotta be careful I don't play 2 spells in 1 turn. Oh my god. Another Brazen Borrower. How brazen.
Just takes it.
Yeah, why not? Alright, pass. Seagull says, I didn't like cracking zones here. Just bounce Shadow. Why do I want to bounce Shadow? Play Borrower, and if we top deck a land, he takes over... Hall takes over the match? I don't think so. Oh, you wanted to play to Hall. Well, I wanted to kill the Death Shadow because it's really... Bouncing the Death Shadow just makes them replay it for very, very little mana. They do nothing. Okay, they still have nothing to do.
With their big nothing deck.
Yeah, the big nothing deck.
Oh, can we have a subtlety here?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. Full retail.
Boom.
The companion finally gets back into the deck where it belongs.
Move history. Put it on the bottom.
And I guess this is just game. We have perfect information, so we just Petty Theft this one.
Bye.
We Petty Theft the other one.
See ya.
And Mono Blue Midrange gets in again. All right, they've conceded, and we won the match.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Should have been 4-1.
It could no.
Yes.
Could have been 4-1. Anyway, so officially we went 3-2, losing to Living End because I completely blundered. I let a Living End resolve when I could counter it.
Judge.
And then we got I don't remember. We got squashed by some creativity deck. But this deck has all the answers for the most part. I think so let's get to a deck tech really quickly. This is a very interesting mono blue build because it has answers to basically everything, and I think the best cards are things like Blast Zone, which interact really well with the format, and also Chalice of the Void, because Chalice on 1 or 0 in the main deck is powerful against, you know, Death Shadow decks or Burn decks or something like the Cascade deck specifically. So that's a main deck hoser. I think bad matchups, however, are still going to be Burn, because we don't have Ether Vial in here and we're really clunky. And also I think the 4-color Omnath deck is just awful. It just seems just absolutely terrible. But it's a load of counterspells are still going to be really good, and I liked where we were. And honestly, if we're up against 4-color Omnath, then I'm just going to have to lose. I just don't care. We're just going to lose. We do run 2 Hearse / 2 Relic. I only had 1. Do you know what? I probably would run 2 Hearse if Hearse is good. I never played it. I never played with it. But, you know, given the fact that we're like a Chalice deck, like I wanted to bring in the Graveyard Hate and have Chalice at the same time versus that Death Shadow deck, but I just couldn't do it. Because Chalice on 1, I just don't like having that non-boat. Not to mention, they are gunning for it. Now, maybe this is okay. I don't know how good Unlicensed Hearst is. For all I know, Relic is still like your go-to Graveyard Hate spell. I would swap 1 Hall for another island. Having tap Castle set us back. I don't think it was that big of a deal, to be honest. It wasn't that bad. I only got to attack with this once.
Yeah, but it won the game.
But it did. It was fine. That's all I have to say about it. I think it's a really great control build, and I will be very excited to play with this again.
Next year.
I might even have another dress down in here, but I don't know what to remove, to be honest.
Nothing.
But I don't mind the numbers. I think Ancestral Vision is a good card for this deck. But honestly, it's all in Blast Zone. Blast Zone and Blast Zone Chalice, counter spells, great combination. And Fairy Conclave, funny enough, wasn't really a win condition, but it was a really good defender. All right, if you like that, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. And I see you guys in the next one. Take care.